everyone, it's Jen and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another video in my public speaking series. And what we're going to talk about today, as the title suggests, are tips for virtual interviews. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 tips to help you with your next virtual interview. Number 1, so crucial. Actually, all of them are, but number 1 is test your technology. Are you using FaceTime? Make sure it's working. Are you using a computer for your video? Is the video working? Is it connected? Is the audio working? Do you need to put your headphones in? Will that help your audio come across better? What I have found is that different companies have different programs that they like to use. Some use Zoom, some use WebEx, some use FaceTime, some use Google Hangouts, and some use BlueJeans. And sometimes your computer, since you've never maybe used that before, it has to install and download and all of these things. So make sure to check that before your interview. And I'm not talking like a minute before, I'm talking like half hour before, maybe longer, maybe the day before. Make sure that you have all the plugins and downloads necessary so that when it's time to join that interview, all of your technology is up and working. Number 2 is to make sure you have a pen and paper, because here's the thing, if you are on the virtual interview, you're on your computer. So if you're there and you're typing, that means you're probably not looking at the screen, and maybe even if you have another monitor, you might be looking the other way, and you want to make sure your attention is focused to the person who's interviewing you. And if you're just like typing away, it's not a good look, and it can be distracting because you can hear like the keys and people typing. I'm not a fan of it. What I recommend is old-fashioned pen and paper and writing down notes as you go through the interview. Best way to do it, at least among distractions, and the person who's interviewing you will be able to tell that you're actually taking notes, like writing them down. They will know you're paying attention. And let's be honest, it's something you would do in an in-person interview. You most likely, at least I wouldn't, pull out my computer and start taking notes while I'm interviewing with someone in person. So why would you do that on video? Number 3 is to make sure you have good lighting, if not great lighting. Right now, I am using a ring light. That really helps me with my videos. I do have a smaller ring light that just clips right onto my phone, and I have another one that can stand behind my computer to make sure that my lighting is good when I'm doing any sort of virtual presentation. And I would recommend the same for a virtual interview. Now, if the sun, so I've talked about different types of lighting situations in other videos, but a good rule of thumb is make sure you're looking at the light. So the ring light is behind my camera here. If I were to open this up, actually, I'm gonna show you. So it's sunny out. See what it's doing? Like if I were to shoot the video, now my camera's adjusting because my camera's like super smart, but that's just like not, and hold on, let me turn, there we go. So if I were shooting my video, or if I were doing a interview right now, this is what the background would look like. But when I turn my ring light on and my background, I'm good. See, look, it's such a different look. Now you're probably saying, Jen, I don't have a ring light. I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't shoot videos normally. Totally fine. Take a lamp. Seriously, take a desk lamp or a bed lamp and just put it behind your camera or behind like whatever device you're using to get yourself on video, and use that. It'll work great. Just make sure the sun's not behind you. Number 4 is sit up straight. And also be mindful of your body language. If you are sitting at your desk, you're sitting at a chair, you tend to lean forward, you're on your computer, you're looking down at the person, make sure that you're sitting up straight. And if that means that you have to prop your computer up onto a stack of books or something like that so that you can be looking straight at the camera versus down, then do it. It creates a much more professional look when you are looking straight at the camera and not looking down. So I suggested books. You could take anything. I mean, the things that I have used to shoot YouTube videos to make sure my camera is up above is crazy. I mean, I've done this in hotel rooms where I take like the empty garbage can, flip it upside down and prop my computer on top of it, or prop my phone on top of it. Trust me, it works. Just find anything where it can be balanced, and so it's elevated, and then it'll be at the right height for you. I also mentioned body language. So, like I mentioned, when you're sitting, you tend to kind of lean forward or shift or lean on something, or I don't know what you're doing, but try to be mindful of it. What would you do in person? What would you not do in person? Try and mimic those things during the virtual interview, and it will help to your overall success. Number 5. Dress the part. Wear what you would wear to an in-person interview. A lot of people think they can just get away with wearing like a black, crew neck sweatshirt or something like that, or t-shirt. They can tell you're wearing a t-shirt. They can tell you're wearing a sweatshirt. Maybe you want to wear a nice blazer or a sweater. Turtleneck sweater is also very, very nice. Something that really compliments you and something you're not going to be like fidgeting with throughout the interview, but make sure it looks professional. Make sure that it doesn't have any like spots on it. So I find when I shoot my videos, I don't know if there's any now, like there might be like a fuzz and it just like really stands out. So make sure, just like you would for an in-person interview, like use a lint brush, whatever it is, to make sure that you are dressed appropriately. Number 6 is minimize distractions and sounds. What do I mean by that? Well, do you have a pet? Is there a chance that your dog or cat is going to jump onto your lap in the middle of the interview? Is there a chance they're going to start barking? Make sure you're in a place where you won't be able to hear that. So if that means that you need to go put them out in the backyard or move into a different room, whatever that is, make sure that the animal sounds aren't there. And also something else, and I think simply because I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, when I shoot these videos, if my washing machine or dryer's going, you can hear that noise. So I try to make sure I shoot when there are no other distractions. Make sure your music is off, your TV's off. I know these things sound simple. Make sure your phone's on vibrate. All the things that you would make sure before a regular in-person interview definitely apply to virtual. So those are my 6 tips for virtual interviews. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to suggest additional content and types of videos in this series, then comment below. I'd love to hear your ideas and shoot those videos for you. Have an amazing day and good luck in your next presentation or interview. Bye.